Well, that was interesting. To all you who have sent a message or a note of good wishes, get well soon, thank you very much. More importantly, to all of those who stayed in the community and helped other people, reaching out for help, had discussions amongst yourself, thank you very much. That's what this community is about. So, that being said, why didn't I? How many of us have asked ourselves the question, why didn't I? Why didn't I report my abuser? Why didn't I walk into a police station and report the abuse? Why didn't I tell my friends that he was a real son of a bitch? Why didn't I defend myself? Why didn't I stick up for myself? Why didn't I expose the people or the person they really are? How many of you have played that tape over and over again? Now, you may know I'll only discuss something that I can identify with. So, therefore, ergo, I identify with. Why didn't I? Well, when I was young, I tried. I got beaten. And the result of that was not pretty for many years. But I need you to think about this, please. For years, the psychopath or the narcissist has been slowly but certainly degrading us, knocking down our self-worth, asking us to question our own reality, telling us we were constantly wrong, ignoring us when we did something good, something noteworthy, something that we should be proud of. In fact, our narcissist should be proud of us for doing it, but that didn't happen. So this is very much like seeding. For so long, that narcissist is planting those seeds in your mind, and they take root. Now, intellectually, we know that it wasn't our fault. But then what we'll do is we will turn back the clock and we will think, and we'll have those aha moments and the oh my gosh moments and say, why didn't I act differently? The reasons are many and plentiful. Perhaps you were a child and you were frightened. You'd be left alone. You'd be embarrassed. You'd be abused further. As an adult, maybe you felt that nobody would believe you. That the narcissist was in such good standing and had so many people fooled that you would be the one that looks crazy. So what's the solution to that? How do we get that why didn't I tape out of our head and gone forever? Well, for the most part we can. But we have to be realists, and we have to really understand narcissistic personality disorder to know the damage that was done, that we've left in our psyche for many, many years. But that doesn't mean that we cannot accept it for what it was. We cannot ignore it. We don't have to ignore it. We can identify it, compartmentalize it, put it into a box, and put it on the shelf. And it wasn't your fault. These are messages, signals, abuses that we have gone on for years, into our own DNA, making us constantly question ourselves. Why didn't I? I could stay here all day and give you dozens upon dozens of reasons of why didn't I. but I refuse to take the blame. I refuse to blame myself, and I refuse to accept that I am what I was told I was, that was beaten in me physically, verbally, mentally. I refuse to accept that. So why didn't I? I was surviving. I was surviving the best way I knew how. And now I can take that "why didn't I" tape, and I can put it on its shelf, and I can continuously move on. Why didn't I? Suggests that it was my fault. That seed that was implanted in me suggests that it was my fault that I did not expose the abuser at hand at the time I was being abused, and that's wrong thinking. Give yourself a break. While there's no clear answer to get you past "why didn't I," you can begin by realizing where it came from, compartmentalizing it or storing it away, understanding that it was certainly not your fault and you were dealing with a very, very sick individual. And you can turn to your own life that's ahead of you, no matter how young, no matter how old. You've got your whole life ahead of you. Even if it's 3 months, that's your whole life. And you can make that a beautiful life. You can make that a wonderful time. You can cram that "why didn't I" thought, move it to the side, and replace it with happiness, content, joy in your life. You can do it. Just realize the "why didn't I's," those are the seeds. Now, you can pull those seeds up by the root and get rid of them. It works. I'm telling you from experience, it works. I have an important message in my next video, so I hope you watch it. I want to thank you again for your support. And the only thing I could say is that really sucked. And I look forward to speaking to a lot of you very soon. I'm wishing you peace. Thank you.